Arkansas have access to high-quality health care?
Well, we've got to make sure our health care is high quality first. And the reality is, with staffing issues plaguing so many hospitals in our state and so many clinics shutting down all over our state, we've got to find ways to give those clinics an opportunity. We've got to, again, we have so many tax dollars that are going out of our communities to the state level and going to the local government, and so a few of those tax dollars are getting back to the communities. So we really need to address why we're taking so many taxes out of communities and we're giving breadcrumbs back to communities when we need to be eliminating those taxes and allowing those communities to have that power, because your money is your power. And what's happening right now is the state and local governments are taking your power and they're playing games with it. They're trying to get you to bargain with them for less. And I think it's time for us to demand we keep the money in our community.
After school questions. Arkansas parents strongly support after-school programs. 84% support public funding for after school. 79% says after school helps them keep their jobs. 63% says after school excites kids about learning, and 74% says after school reduces the likelihood that kids will engage in risky behavior. Do you agree with most parents that public funds should be used to support quality after school and summer programs?
I know this will be an unpopular answer, but no. I think that what we need to do is stop sending that money to the state and to the local government and keep it in our communities so we can put more of that money in that so that we can create those opportunities for our kids. But I also think that a lot of business owners bear a responsibility as well, because I would like to, if elected governor, begin encouraging business owners in these communities to start doing apprenticeships with kids, once they get, into the teenage years, so they can start preparing them for the work, so they've got a marketable skill that they can take and get a job when they're ready to work.
How will you work to ensure that we can have more local, school, and community-based partners to create more access to quality after-school and summer programs across the state?
Well, my whole philosophy goes with stop sending money to the state and local governments that they're going to waste when we can use that money to build our community. We want to recruit businesses to our community, so we've got to deal with poverty, because most of you here know that poverty has a brother, that brother is crime, and so often they go hand in hand. So we've got to deal with the poverty issue first, and we deal with that through education, through taking our funds and building our local schools, building our local communities, recruiting better teachers, paying our teachers better, and then when we're doing that, we'll be preparing the next generation to step into those jobs, to pick their community up out of poverty, to rebuild their neighborhoods, to launch a business, to be an entrepreneur, and to prepare the community for the jobs of the future. We've got to have this conversation where we are in the power position. Right now, our communities don't have the power because they don't have the money, so businesses are negotiating with all the power. When the community has that money, they have that power, and they can negotiate on a level playing field with these businesses and these corporations and get them to begin investing in children, begin investing in apprenticeships, so that we can have kids that have marketable skills. Because that's the problem. We have a skills gap in this state. In the Delta, it's awful. There's a horrendous skills gap in this state. The way you do that is you start challenging businesses. Hey, if you're going to do business in our community, we don't want you just here paying people. We want you here helping us with our kids, giving them something to do after school. Help them come and learn some job skills. Maybe learn to be a welder, learn how to do clerical things, or learn how to be an electrician. Come work with these businesses so we can build our communities up from the ground up.
How can we use existing dollars at the federal, state, and local levels to create greater access to quality after-school and summer programs?
I've kind of hounded on this, but we've got to stop giving that money to them, because they are spending the money frivolously. They aren't investing in what we believe it needs invested in. Our communities are falling apart. Our communities are dying. Our infrastructures are wrecked because all of our money is tied up in state bureaucracy, and federal bureaucracy, and local bureaucracy, where, you know, why can't we have that money here so maybe we can get some high-speed internet so we can get some online courses for our kids so they can be ready for that job interview, or so they can find that college. You know, take your power back. And that's what we have to do, is we have to begin drawing that clear line and saying, look, you know, we've had enough of the frivolous spending that's coming out of state government, out of federal government, out